All right, what is going on here? Okay, what is going on here? Hamzat says that he's accepted a fight against Alex Pereira at 282, and now it's Pereira's turn to accept the fight. Come on. Okay, I'm going to talk about that, and then I'm also going to talk about Chandler and Masvidal, because I will tell you this right now. There is a way that that fight happens, and I will tell you exactly what I told him earlier today, because I think I've got that thing mapped out. I think I got it mapped out, dude. I think I got it mapped out. But we are going to start, like I said, with Khamzat Chimaev saying that Pereira needs to pay up. Wait, what? Pay up? What? Needs to sign the dotted line because he already agreed to the fight at 282. Tell you what I think the likelihood of that happening is and why. And we'll go from there. Now, first, though, we have a gentleman's agreement on this channel. If you watch more than one of my videos, you got to subscribe. That's what you got to do, dude. It's free content. It costs you nothing. You just need to click the subscribe button, and then we're good, dude. Otherwise, you are being a thief. The content's not free. It just costs you clicking that button. I work really hard. I really appreciate it if you guys do that. And please like and comment on the video because I'm really curious what you guys think about these two matchups. Also, and if you haven't joined my IRL group, the link is in the description. We can be chatting tonight, dude. Just follow the link. And also, I got to very quickly thank my sponsor, Yo Kratom, $60 kilograms. You guys know, dude, it's the cheapest, bombest kratom on the market. It comes in 2 days. You order it today, $60 kilogram. It'll be here in 2 days, and you'll be shoveling it in your mouth like a bad little kid. Anyway, all right, so here's the deal. So I'm going to start with Hamzat and Pereira. So Hamzat says that Alex Pereira the Alex Pereira fight has been offered to him. He's accepted it for 282, and now it's Alex Pereira's turn. Bullshit. Either it's a typo or bullshit. And you want to know why? You want to know why, dude? Has nothing to do with Pereira saying that he's going to fight Izzy next. That is definitely not why it's bullshit. It's bullshit because Pereira just headlined 281. Do you guys know of any title fights where a same person was in back-to-back numbered pay-per-view UFCs? I mean, could you guys think of an example of that? Because I can't. I mean, I might be wrong, but I'm like, there's no way. Pereira just fought Izzy. He took a bunch of head trauma. He got punched a million times. Almost got knocked out at the end of the first round. He got punched a million times. You're telling me he's going to fight against Khamzat Chimaev in UFC 282? The only way why would the UFC do that? Like, why would they do that? You have this Izzy rematch sitting on a platter. Why on earth would you do that? There's no way. It can't be true. It cannot be true. It cannot be true. Which is weird because is Hamzat like a guy who just like makes shit up? You know what I mean? Like, I mean, look, it's not like I know this guy. Like I said, the extent of my contact with Khamzat Chimaev has been an extended close proximity at the airport after UFC 273 when Gabrielle and I had our flight canceled and Hamzat and his team missed their flight. And so we just were sitting at the same gate, just, we went through security at the same time, whatever. He looked exhausted. He was sick of people rolling up on him. But, he's like a mysterious guy. He's got a sick Louis Vuitton backpack, though, just like your boy. He has a sick ass one, though. He's got that one that's, whatever. What? Anyway, but, yeah, he's a mysterious dude. But not someone that would strike me as someone who would just like lie about a thing like that. And it sounds like he's lying, because he made it sound like he agreed to the fight when there is absolutely no fucking way that he got offered that fight. It can't be true. And the other thing too is like just the fact that it's like UFC 282, which would put Pereira back to back. Aside from that, they don't want to do Hamzat versus Pereira right now because Hamzat will win. Hamzat will probably win, and then what? Now Hamzat's the champion at 85, and then Izzy won't be able to beat him either. And so you just have Hamzat just run the table at 85, and then like you have Izzy and Alex where you look at their ages, they're like what, 34 and 36 or something, like 34, 35, 36. So like, dude, you got a good 2 years of those guys dominating, and Hamzat's young, dude. The UFC needs to manage these guys by age. You can get a lot of miles out of Hamzat without him being the champion. Izzy, you can't. He's already been champion. Like, he's like, Izzy's one of those guys that's either going to be champion in the hunt for championship or else his value diminishes greatly, right? So, like, what, like, I'm sure that these guys have really, really, like, complex kind of, not algorithms, what am I talking about? Like, formulas for this stuff, But I mean, it's basically it's as simple as that. It's like you want to maximize value with the assets that you have. And so like with Hamzat, it's already here, dude. Like he becomes champion, he goes there. But it would come at the expense of a guy who's here who could maintain that level for a long time. And you're going to have to chop his legs off because if he's not champion, he's not as valuable, you know? Or maybe just UFC doesn't give a shit about any of that. And they're just like, nah, man, Hamzat's going to go get it. He's going to go get it. He's still not getting it at fucking 282, though, because that's too fast. Too quick of a turnaround. I don't believe it. Now, let's talk about Chandler and Masvidal, though, because Chandler switched gears, right? He called out Conor. Look, one thing I will say about Chandler that I can recognize just from afar, I've never had this conversation with him, but like, he's got a brain like mine, dude. He is a fucking problem solver, right? So like, as an example, in my life, I got fired from my job a couple months ago because I didn't have the jab. I had 2 people willing to create roles for me by the end of the same day, okay? Like by the end of the same day, they were like, oh, dude, I'll put you on to run Texas I'll put you on to run Texas, okay? So like, it's like, I'm like, oh, okay, well, most people go, bury their face in a pillow and cry about it. And then like, in a month, they're like, I guess I need to figure out my life. I'm like, oh, I'm not going to be able to rest until I figure my life out. And so like, I get two things lined up literally the same day that it happens, because that's just a way that like, it's like, oh shit. All right. Problem to solve. He's like that, dude. He's done with his fight. If he would have won, he knows he's in the driver's seat. He can kind of sit around and wait. He lost. So he's like, okay, this is a problem to solve. I need to figure out how am I getting a really big fight next. So he's calling out Conor. He's calling out Masvidal. Like he's doing, it's the fighter equivalent of exactly what I do when I get in a situation like that. And so he calls out Conor. I think we made a pretty compelling case for why it should be him that gets the Conor fight. But Conor is a fucking question mark. Conor is out of the USADA testing pool. He's fucking partying in Dubai. He's doing movies. You have no idea when he's coming back. No one does. And Chandler definitely does not know either. And so he calls out Masvidal. I like that fucking call out. Because right now Chandler is like, okay, I'm not fighting for a title next. So how do I get a big ass fight? Because he is a big ass fight guy now. Like you can headline a show with him and the right guy. Chandler versus Masvidal at 70 is a headline fucking fight, dude. That's a headline fucking fight. And I like his call out. I think it's great. They do the BMF belt, Chandler versus fucking Masvidal at 70. I love that fight. So here's what I told him strategically. I was like, look, so there's 2 sides to booking a fight. You do the public side, you get people talking about it, you get the analysts to be talking about it, you try to like build some support in the, out in the world for the fight. But then there's the other side. There's the political side where ultimately the decision makers are Hunter, Dana, Sean Shelby, and Mick Maynard. Those are the guys who are going to ultimately decide who you fight. And so you got politics over there, right? Like the decision comes down to those guys. And in some cases, maybe even one of them. And so when you know who the decision maker is, you go campaign to the fucking decision maker. And so this is what I said. And I will stand by this because I think it's accurate. To paint the picture to the decision makers of why you make the Masvidal and Chandler fight, you need to show them why it's a no-lose situation. It's win-win, right? So with a Masvidal versus Chandler headline fight at 170 for the BMF belt, in the event that Masvidal wins, that does set him up to fight Leon Edwards in the event that Leon Edwards beats Kamaru, okay? So like, it's a huge fight. It's a headliner. It's a much bigger fight than the Gilbert Burns fight. And if Masvidal wins and Leon wins, super fight, right? And on the flip side of that, if Chandler wins, he beats Masvidal at 170, he's one fight from a title shot at 70. And so in both cases, you have a positive outcome that's going to lead you to a really big, huge fight. Because Chandler, listen, okay? I have people say shit, both ways in the fucking comments. If you guys don't understand that the UFC 1000% wants to put Chandler in a position to fight for the title, you're wrong. Okay. Like he absolutely 100% is one of the guys that they want fighting for the title. Very short list of guys, extraordinarily short list of guys. So him being one fight away from a title shot at 70 is a good thing. And honestly, I don't know how he feels. Obviously he's calling out Masvidal and he's calling out Conor for a 170-pound fight. He knows his body better than I do. Dustin could certainly fight at 170. And so, and he did really well against Dustin. Do you know what I mean? Like, I know his body, I know people think of him as short, but he's got super long reach. And in some cases, dude, these guys go up and they're better, dude. You know what I mean? They're better. So yeah, he beats Masvidal, maybe beats Colby, and then he's in there for a title. Can you imagine dude, give me a fucking, oh my fucking God. Give me Khamzat versus fucking Chandler at 70, assuming that Hamzat's not going to be running through people at 85. Give me that fucking fight. Or give me Chandler and Burns. Oh my God, give me those fights, dude. Give them to me. Because he's such a good grappler that people can't take him down. They have to stand and sit in the fucking fire with him, dude. They have to sit in the tornado of fucking fire. Dude, Chandler's so fun to watch, dude. Anyway, that's what I got. I love Chandler and I love you guys. And I love Masvidal. I fucking love everybody, dude. I love all the fighters I've mentioned thus far. Except for... Nope, all of them.